Madam Jacqueline Mugo of the Federation of Kenyan Employers, Brother Francis Atwoli, Secretary General of KOTU, and to all fellow Kenyans participating with us today, let me say what a great pleasure it is to join all workers of Kenya and indeed the rest of the world to commemorate this International Labour Day. On this day, we come together to celebrate our workers as creators and makers of
Madam
things,
Jacqueline
and
Mugo
of the Federation of Kenyan Employers of their labour. Brother Francis Atwoli, Secretary General of KOTU, from office to office, to all fellow Kenyans, labour of their hands, today has without doubt transformed our country from year to year to join all workers of Kenya, without doubt from generation to the rest of the world, to commemorate this International Labour Day. Without labour, there can be no prosperity. We come together to celebrate our workers as creators. Labour is what and makers brings things to the Federation of Kenyan Employers, labour, and Brother Francis Atwoli, labour, Secretary General, game changer, from office to office, to all fellow Kenyans, and that is why today we celebrate the fruits of our labour. Without transformed our country, our hearts, from year to year, and join all workers of Kenya, without doubt from generation to the rest of the world, our national anthem, to commemorate this International Labour Day. When I addressed you on this occasion last year, we come together to celebrate our friends. Brother Atwoli will create. Remember is what and make us first thing with COVID-19 had just hit our country, evidently labour. And Brother Atwoli, we know that time labour, from 1 year later, from office to office, celebrating Labour Day, and that is why today we celebrate the fruits of our labour. Without transformed our country, our hearts, from year to year, and indeed 14 months later, after our first national anthem, COVID case was reported. Our economy has slowed down. Without doubt, our informal sector has shrunk. And in the hospitality sector, some enterprises have literally closed. Similarly, the cogs in the manufacturing sector have stopped turning as fast as they did. And indeed, it is not lost on me that the people most affected by these unfortunate events are the workers of our country. But in these unprecedented times, and unprecedented not only in Kenya, but globally as well, Kenyans have a way of intuitively pulling together and coming up with innovations and building resilience. Indeed, our founding fathers ingrained our national motto of Harambee, or pulling together, into our national psyche, and I am particularly grateful to the labor movement led by Brother Atwoli for keeping the spirit of Harambee alive during the COVID crisis. The labor movement in Kenya has not only pulled together the workers during the dark moments of this pandemic, it has also been a robust co-worker with government in trying to contain the crisis. And this is because it is during moments of crisis like COVID that those who suffer the most are workers, women, and children. This ability to step in and fill the gap during times of crisis is not something that is new to the labor movement here in Kenya. We have heard that when the colonizers banned all political parties in the mid-1950s, creating a crisis of political expression, the labor movement in Kenya stepped in and continued with the struggle for our independence. It became the funnel for political agitation, and when the leaders of the independence movement were detained during the emergency period, the trade unionists quickly stepped in and held fort until they were released. Undeniably, it was on the tide created by these acts of selflessness that some of our founding fathers arose. These included Tom Mboya, Clement Lubembe, Arthur Achwodo, Dennis Akumu, Martin Shikuku, Markham Singh, Fred Kubai, Bildad Kagia, and J.D. Kali, amongst many others. However, the effort by our labor movement to offer leadership and pull together the country in times of crisis did not stop in the 1950s. Many may recall that during the post-election violence of 2008, our labor movement was the first one to begin mediation efforts between warring divides. Indeed, their efforts to resolve the crisis had been recorded way before the arrival of the first international mediator. This uncelebrated role of the labor movement in Kenya must be put on record, more so their ability to act swiftly in times of crisis, and for that, as a country, we are grateful. Asante sana.
Yard man, Rasta, on the look, on my guys. If it sparks, then it got beat. One time. Rasta, who thief my lighter? My tang. I smell them for outside. Kalakuta. Rasta, who thief my lighter? My tang. I smell them for that side. Kalakuta. Yard man, I did my element. Every day we dey give them merriment. Rasta, say you tip my. Who I go call and no fi call the pope on the low. Boys them baz I want the low. Ebelebe them bun gelato. Thief my park and he follow window. Only Jano make me Allah say Rasta, who thief my lighter? My tang. I smell them for outside. Kalakuta. Rasta, who thief my lighter? My tang. I smell them for that side. Kalakuta.
Yeah. 7, 8, 10. Champion. Yeah.
Monarchy Versace, all fresh in my khakis. Then say Illuminati, we dey rock non-stop. They get them up and one, they dance the soccer. Kali to Ifako.
Kenyan workers and address our nation. Thank you, and God bless Kenya, Your Excellency, the President.
Thank you, Waziri. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Madam Jacqueline Mugo of the Federation of Kenyan Employers, Brother Francis Atwoli, Secretary General of KOTU, and to all fellow Kenyans participating with us today, let me say what a great pleasure it is to join all workers of Kenya, and indeed the rest of the world, to commemorate this International Labor Day. On this day, we come together to celebrate our workers as creators and makers of things, and to recognize the best efforts of their labor, from factory to factory,